Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Anthony Martial returns to Manchester United training. Manchester United have been handed a major boost in the way of a major player returning from injury. The club officially confirmed in unexpected and surprising news that Anthony Martial is back in team training. Martial's return comes just days after the manager Erik declared that the Frenchman had suffered a setback and was in a stiff race against time to play for the Red Devils before the World Cup. However, the striker is now in training, a state of affairs that will please the manager. Martial was yesterday pictured in training in a jovial mood, joking and toying with his teammates. The 26-year-old could not have timed his return at a better time. United, however, excellent they have clearly been crying out for a competent striker to come in and do the business. Cristiano Ronaldo has been less than convincing whenever given the opportunity, and as he did against the Hammers on Sunday night, looked out of sync with most of his teammates. Ten Hag himself alluded to this after the game when he said he repeatedly asked the 37-year-old to stay in the box and stop coming deep to collect the ball. This is something Martial excels at with great precision, and that will raise the team's ceiling significantly in the coming games. With Real Sociedad and Aston Villa up next, hopefully, Martial gets back into the team and makes his mark. Graeme Souness gives controversial opinion on Lisandro Martinez. Former Liverpool player Graeme Souness is not buying the hype around Manchester United centre-back Lisandro Martinez. He is not totally convinced by Martinez's physique and predicts he will get found out soon. Souness told TalkSport, "I just feel when you are that size, you will get caught, you will get pinned in the box. I don't think he is terribly quick, I don't think he is terribly good on the ball, but he makes other people play and has real aggression, which Argentinians tend to have." Most United fans will disagree with the above statement. Martinez has been one of Man United's best players this season. The Argentine's passing ability is indispensable to Erik ten Hag's side. His agility and anticipation enable United to play a high defensive line. It does raise the question if Souness really watches him play. However, the former Liverpool man went on to add, "We are talking about the Premier League. He will get found out at 5 feet and 9 inches, and he is playing against guys who are 6 feet and 2 inches. Then he will get pinned occasionally. He will get out sprinted occasionally, and he will get caught. That's my take on it. I can't tell you a centre back in English football in my time of the game that have been successful being that size. Can I just throw this out? Who was the first person to call Pogba out as a punding? I am liking Martinez. With Martinez, there is a lot to like about him, but I think he will get found out in our football," added Souness. Manchester United right back Diogo Dalot opens up about his development years. Manchester United right back Diogo Dalot opened up about his footballing journey. In a recent interview with The Times, the 23-year-old spoke about his development at United over the past few years. The Portuguese was not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first choice right back and often found himself playing second fiddle to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. United decided to loan him out to AC Milan during the 2021 season. Dalo stated how the loan move transformed his footballing career. "Looking back, I started well when Mourinho was here. Then we had a change of manager and things changed for me. It was quite a few funny years, but the loan was a turning point for me in terms of being fit again and being able to play a lot of games in a row and being able to enjoy my game time again, which I had lost when I was here. Most of all, it let me prove I am a good player. I wanted to show I can play at this level. For me, that is not established yet. I still have a lot to improve, but I think I have shown people I have the potential." Dalo has been one of United's most improved players this season. His defensive positioning and passing have gone up another level. He spoke about how Ten Hag challenges him to try different tactical roles. He went on to add, "I really like this manager. He asked me to do different things, different types of roles in different games, and I just try to adapt as much as I can." The 23-year-old is determined to win silverware this season with United. He went on to add again, "Right now, my ambitions are to be at the World Cup, to help my national team, and in the end of the season, be fighting for trophies here, to give trophies to these fans because they deserve it." Erik Ten Hag reveals Manchester United plans during World Cup. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag was asked about what he's going to do with the players who will not be going to the World Cup this month. The Dutchman has revealed what he and his squad will be doing during the tournament. Ten Hag will have a selection of players available at his disposal during the tournament. Some fringe players and youngsters will have time to impress the manager when they stay at the club. It was also revealed that United will be embarking on a mid-season training camp in Spain during the tournament. The Red Devils will also face Spanish side Cadiz in a friendly during the camp. Speaking to the media, Ten Hag revealed the plans for the squad staying during the World Cup. He said, "It's a strange season, it's not as usual because there is a World Cup, but also players who won't leave. We have to train them during the 6 weeks and give them the right program to keep them in good physical condition. We will be training here at Carrington for about a week, 8 or 9 days. Then we will take a short break. Then we will resume training and go to Spain for a camp for a week's training. There, we will be able to train properly. We will have good opponents, which will allow us to have playing time. Then we will come back ready for the second part of the season." Erik Ten Hag praises Harry Maguire's performance versus West Ham. Harry Maguire returned to Premier League action for Manchester United on Sunday against West Ham. The captain was given the start at Old Trafford following his return from injury. The centre-back had been out of action for some time following an injury sustained some weeks ago. Maguire lined up alongside Lisandro Martinez in central defence as United kept yet another clean sheet. United's captain has been heavily criticised in the past for his poor performances when featuring. However, Sunday night saw Maguire put in a strong shift upon his return, especially in the last minutes of the game. With Rafael Varane out until the World Cup, Maguire could now have the chance to feature more often. The Englishman needs the chance to play ahead of the upcoming FIFA World Cup. Erik Ten Hag spoke to the media after the game where he shared his thoughts on Maguire's performance. He said, Maguire, was magnificent in protecting the box. He is a great player and a really good defender, and we have seen how important he is for the squad. I am really happy for the team, of course, but also Harry Maguire as he came off the pitch with a clean sheet." Bayer Leverkusen will try to retain Manchester United target Jeremie Frimpong in January. Bayer Leverkusen are keen on keeping hold of Manchester United target Jeremie Frimpong beyond the January transfer window. The Red Devils appreciate the 21-year-old currently plying his trade in the Bundesliga. The Old Trafford side have Diogo Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the squad. However, the Portugal international has pipped the former Crystal Palace star, who Erik Ten Hag does not seem to favour. The Dutch manager looked to move the 24-year-old on in the summer of 2022. However, he ended up staying at the club, but the right-back has only featured for 4 minutes in all competitions in the current campaign as of yet. Thus, United evidently need to add depth to give support to Dalo. The 23-year-old has started every game this season, and although he has performed brilliantly, fatigue can be a concern for the Portuguese star. Therefore, the Red Devils are looking to sign a right-back in January, and Frimpong is one of the names on the Old Trafford side's list. However, speaking to Couch Offside, transfer guru Fabrizio Romano claimed it would not be easy for United to pry the Holland international away from Leverkusen in January. Romano went on to say, "Many clubs are following Frimpong. He is appreciated by Man United, but Bayer Leverkusen will try to keep him until the end of the season. Not an easy one." Behind the scenes, Ten Hag and Man United tried to find a solution for Wan-Bissaka in order to sign Serginho Dest on loan, but now it's still early to mention the full list. December could be the right time to decide. Frimpong joined the Bundesliga outfit in the winter window of the 2021 campaign from Celtic. The 21-year-old has made his way through the youth teams of Manchester City and then left for Scotland. In his time in Germany, the Holland national team has been a regular for Leverkusen. The right-back has made 17 appearances for Leverkusen in the current campaign, scoring 5 goals and providing 2 assists. It remains to be seen if United can sign Frimpong in January. Norwich City right-back Max Aarons targeted by Manchester United as clubs step up pursuit. Manchester United are targeting Norwich City right-back Max Aarons and are stepping up their pursuit for the 22-year-old, according to Football Insider. Even though the England under-21 international is currently playing in the Championship, Erik Ten Hag's team are interested in him, with Aaron Wan-Bissaka likely to leave the Red Devils in the coming future. The Canaries right back is being eyed by the Old Trafford side. Aaron's has been at Norwich all his career. The 22-year-old has been a regular for the Canaries since breaking through in the 2018-2019 campaign. Also, the right back is currently playing in the second tier of English football. He has had 2 seasons in the Premier League. Those who have seen him play know that he likes to bump up the pitch to help his team in attack. In the previous campaign, the England under-21 international made 34 appearances for the Canaries in the Premier League, providing 2 assists. Aarons could be a decent option for the Red Devils to put their money on in the coming transfer windows. Manchester United must have known about Pogba injury problems, says frustrated former Juventus coach. Paul Pogba left Manchester United on a free transfer in the summer. It felt like it was the right time for all parties to have a fresh start. Pogba then suffered an injury with Juventus in pre-season and has not played a single minute for them this season. Juventus have been struggling this season in 7th place and have already been knocked out of the Champions League. Pogba's injuries have caused frustration at Juventus, raised by former manager Luigi Mafredi, who was in charge of the club in 1991. The former manager told TMW, "Behind the failure of the Juventus team, there is also the poor performance of the transfer campaign. Then, let's face it, if Manchester gives away Pogba so easily, they must have known something. There are consequences for Juventus." The current injury problems suffered by Pogba are related to a fresh injury he suffered after leaving United, but you can be assured that Pogba's fitness problems played a part in Manchester United being content to let him leave. Pogba only played more than 30 Premier League matches in 1 out of 6 seasons he completed at Old Trafford. Last season, he only made 16 out of 38 Premier League starts and ended the season on the sidelines after an injury 10 minutes into the defeat at Liverpool. So yes, United did know Pogba would struggle with injuries. It was just impossible to predict which one. Many approaches for rumoured Man United transfer target Joao Felix, says Fabrizio Romano. Atletico Madrid star Joao Felix was approached by a number of clubs during the summer transfer window, according to Fabrizio Romano, as he responded to recent links with Bayern München. The Portugal international is a world-class talent on his day, but he's struggled to establish himself on a consistent basis at Atletico, leading to transfer rumours about a potential move away. Manchester United were linked with Felix recently by AS, but Romano has dismissed the specific recent claims about Bayern launching a €100 million bid for the 22-year-old in the summer. Writing in his exclusive Out of Sight column, Romano made it clear that this is below the kind of price Atletico would even think about accepting for a player they invested so much in. The reporter also stressed that, despite approaches for Felix, there were no official bids made for the player. Bayern München are rumoured to have made a big bid for Joao Felix in the summer, Romano said. "I am told there were many approaches for Felix, but no official bids submitted to Atletico Madrid. Also, it would make no sense to bid just €100 million for Joao, as Atleti would never sell him for that fee. They invested €120 million to sign Felix from Benfica, and the board is still protecting him. Well, for this kind of price, I think United will never go and buy Felix." I will be uploading daily Man United news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.